this episode of Friend or Foe, I go to the end and I build an arena over the void. If you guys like the build of the last arena, then hopefully you'll like this one too. This video is going to be a bit more chilled out than some of the others, so I hope you enjoy that, and welcome back to Friend or Foe. Inside this shulker box, I got all the items I need to make this end arena. I used creative to get a lot of the blocks, but I decided to build it in survival mode just because it's more fun that way. But to get the blocks, I couldn't be asked to actually go and get it, so I went in creative and I used that to get most of these blocks. But before we head over to the end, I've had a bit of popped chorus fruit smelting, so I'm going to grab that and craft it into the blocks I need, which gives me another stack and a half, which is good. I've also been growing a little bit of this chorus fruit outside of my base. I decided I'll keep them there because they do look pretty cool, but enough of that. I'm going to make my way over to the end. I'm going to be building this arena over on the other end, and I'm aware that I could fall in the void and die, so I do need to be careful. I did bring my elytra with me and some rockets, so yeah, that should be good. Alright, so here we are at the end of the map, or the end of the island. Let me just quickly fill in all of this stone right here. And I gotta make sure that this bridge continues on Z0. So you can see over on the right hand side that I'm looking at 0. This is 1 and this is -1. So I need to be looking at 0. And I'm gonna need that to be the middle. I wanna have a bit of a pathway made of wool that goes all of these blocks out. I'll do maybe 20 blocks out, maybe more. I gotta do more just because this little section of land is just right down there. I don't want people to be able to fall onto that, so I might try to mine that out. So I've gone ahead and I've made the 4 outlines for the platforms, and it's taking a lot more blocks than I thought it would, but I'm definitely making progress, slowly, but definitely making progress. With this final block, I am done building the platform for all of the 4 sides, or 4 corners. I've got just a few more things to do before I can call this good. If I were to place stairs right here on each pillar, that's 2 pillars, so now I'm going to go to this last one and get the stairs placed down. And I'm only just noticing this one only has 1 stair for some reason. So now the actual arena itself is completed, and I think it's looking great, but the last thing I have to add is the spawn platform that I said would go right here. I just have to craft a few stairs. The way that this is supposed to go is the stairs surrounding the end stone, and then the blocks around. The stairs can go around the edges just like this. And then I think with that, the entire arena is officially done. So yeah, this is where we're going to be battling hopefully next time. I'm going to be spending some time in between the episodes just kind of preparing a good inventory to bring to this battle. I have a few ideas, but I guess we'll test them out next time. I think this arena is definitely one of my better designs, but you know, I've only made 2, so you know, there's room to improve, but I think it's pretty good. Okay, yeah, the video was 4 minutes long, so I can't really have that. So before I actually end the video, I'm just going to show you guys some random stuff that I built. This chest is just where, you know, Gogoblin left me the blocks for the the build. That's a lot of end rods I don't really need, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it's kind of just there for now. I never really properly showed this off. This is my chest room, and I've got some items in here, you know, like my nether star, and my armor room is actually coming along pretty well. This armor is not my best armor, but it's good armor. It's just in here so it doesn't break. I've got a whole bunch of books in there, and this has a whole bunch of spare diamond armor, which I might enchant at some point. I don't really know. You know, like re-enchant, I mean, like fire protection. Like, this is just bad. But yeah, that's gonna be good for like when the series is nearing the end and a lot of people are weak and don't have as much gear. So hopefully I don't die and lose every single set, because that would be really bad. I did make a mine that goes pretty far down. As you can see, it goes down to Y33. Yep, Y33. And there is something behind me that I'm gonna show off. Not right now, but in a future episode. You'll know why, but it's going to be a pretty cool thing. Not too cool, so don't get your hopes up. And I've also made a few adjustments down here. So you can see right here, there is glass that sort of views a turtle sanctuary room thing. And yeah, this is pretty good addition, if I say so myself. This room is still the same. It's one I've not actually used pretty much at all since I built it, so that was a good waste of time. But yeah, the most important thing is, I have been... Oh wait, no, that's not everything. First of all, I planted these two things, but also, there is one more thing I made. I won't say how to get into this area quite yet, even though it will be revealed very fast, but I made myself a little watchtower here that's sort of built into the land. So if anyone's coming to my base, I can just kind of shoot them from all the way up here, and I think it's a nice little addition to my base. And we don't really have battles in my base, except for that one time when Madsip snuck up on me. If I do ever get ambushed again, I can just come up here and kind of just shoot people from up here. So that's a pretty cool build. But the final thing I want to show you, it's not a room or anything, it's nothing I built, but it is everything that I have for the battle. So you can see here I made a lot of potions, a lot of regen, speed 2, fire resistance, and strength. The reason I'm using speed 2 now is because I did turn my FOVFX down to 10. I kept them pretty high to kind of keep the nostalgia feeling of Friend or Foe like going in my videos, but after I got splashed with speed by Gogoblin, the view I had was tragic. So I switched it down to 10, so I still get a little bit of FOVFX when I use speed 2, but it's manageable and it doesn't even look that bad. I would have loved to keep the FOVFX at 100, but I just cannot use speed when I do. And in my ender chest, you can see I've made a lot of instant damage to tipped arrows, which hopefully is going to serve me very well in battles. Speaking of serving me well in battles, I have a very good amount of golden apples, and I do plan on finding more villages, maybe next episode, not next episode, but the episode after the end battle. I plan on finding more villages and using them to get more golden apples, because this farm down here just does not quite cut it. It's really good for getting wood, but it's not the best for getting apples. But yeah, that is pretty much most of it. But there's one last thing I want to show you guys. I was at a trial chamber the other day, just trying to get honey bottles, because those are pretty good. And inside the shulker box, I got something that I was not expecting. It's not a diamond block, it's not a notch apple, it is the heavy core. Yeah, somehow I'm able to make a mace now. I mean, yeah, so that happened. But I'm not going to do that quite yet because at the moment maces are banned. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. But I do have one last question before I end off the video. I will be making a snowman in my base because, you know, I think it'd be pretty fun to have like a pet that, you know, doesn't really die. I have a few name ideas in mind, but I first want to ask you guys if you have any name ideas. I will leave... maybe I won't leave this here. Maybe it's a bad... I just silk touched snow and it didn't even... Well, I've killed my pet already. I've actually just killed my pet before it was even born. Maybe it's better if I don't summon him in, because I don't know what could happen to him. Anyway, if I do ever get that snow back, let me know in the comments if you have any name ideas, because I'd like to name it something one of you want, because that would just be pretty cool. Because I plan on him, you know, building him like an igloo or something in this base, maybe a little ice castle for him that I could, or you know, that he could live in. But right now, yeah, it's just a pumpkin. You know, the snow has disappeared. I'll go back to the original video now so that the outro can happen. But I just wanted to add this bit on so the video was not like 4 minutes long. That would have been really bad. But yeah, very exciting times ahead. We got the battle next episode, and yeah, it'll be very interesting. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Whoa, my gosh, I almost walked off there. I'll see you in the next video. Don't want to be walking off the edges, but yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.